Is this the right location for a big box shopping center? SmartCentres plans to build just that on a highly sensitive wetland and floodplain ecosystem, one of the most biologically diverse sites in BC's southern interior. SmartCentres' Salmon River Delta property is located approximately 3 kilometers west from downtown Salmon Arm. The Salmon River Delta lies within the municipality of Salmon Arm, located along Trans-Canada Highway, approximately halfway between Vancouver and Calgary. Other potential locations for a shopping centre, closer to the residential concentration and more in line with progressive smart growth principles, as well as Salmon Arm's official community plan, have not been given serious consideration by the previous and present Salmon Arm City Councils. Despite awareness of the critical environmental and economic importance of our few remaining wetland and floodplain habitats. The green patches, seen on this image, represent better locations for the SmartCentres shopping centre where environmental damage will not occur. Since October 2008, when the controversial location of this shopping centre was first presented to the citizens of Salmon Arm, SmartCentres has persistently narrowed things down to one simple question: want a new shopping centre? They have ignored the long list of deep concerns about building on top of imperiled sensitive wetland and floodplain habitat. Likewise, certain local citizens who support the SmartCentres shopping centre claim that all opposition to the Salmon River Delta location is simply anti-Wal-Mart. Again, ignoring the intense scientific and public concern over environmental degradation. Time and again, this repeated hardline attack is a fraudulent misrepresentation. Oracle Poll Research conducted a formal, statistically valid poll of Salmon Arm residents in November 2009 and again in July 2010. When asked if they thought the northern two-thirds of the property should be protected permanently, citizens voted 2-1 in favor. When asked if it is important to protect wetlands and fish habitat, an overwhelming majority of 87% said yes. The pattern is crystal clear. The majority of Salmon Arm residents want a new shopping centre only if destruction of environmentally sensitive wetlands and floodplains does not occur. The residents of Salmon Arm want the SmartCentres shopping centre located elsewhere in town, not on the Salmon River Delta. Air photos and extensive documentation proving the existence of an active floodplain and associated fish habitat, provided not by the developer or government, but by a local group of concerned citizens, have caused SmartCentres to scale back their earlier 38-acre proposed development footprint to approximately 22 acres. However, SmartCentres' revised plan still includes nearly 5 acres of restorable wetland and salmon habitat, flooded by both the Salmon River and Shuswap Lake. SmartCentres has not yet signed a protective covenant on the wetlands or floodplains outside their latest proposed shopping centre footprint. How can wetlands and floodplains compete with the corporate bottom line of SmartCentres, a company that has previously displayed indifference towards the environment? In BC's Okanagan Valley, where we have collectively destroyed 95% of our wetlands since the 1920s, SmartCentres in nearby Vernon recently built on the prime cattail marsh wetland habitat connected to BX Creek, Swan Lake, and ultimately Okanagan Lake. According to Ducks Unlimited, in 2009, 5 acres of wetlands would, as a minimum, offer somewhere between $11,000 and $50,000 annually in services and values. Meanwhile, SmartCentres has pushed the City of Salmon Arm to accept a phased development agreement, giving this developer a recklessly unjustifiable 10 years of immunity from any zoning bylaw changes by the City of Salmon Arm as soon as the current mayor and council sign the agreement. Despite the apparent scaling back of this proposed shopping centre, it still poses unacceptable threats to sensitive habitats as well as ground and surface water quality caused by runoff from the massive parking lot to Salmon Arm Bay, where local residents get their drinking water. It still threatens the future of the Niskonlith Indian Band, whose lands directly adjoin the SmartCentres property. It threatens their plans to protect the Salmon River Delta as a nature sanctuary and cultural interpretive center, complete with hiking trails along Salmon River, all dedicated to their internationally respected and much loved elder, the late Dr. Mary Thomas. For many years, Mary worked tirelessly to restore and protect the Delta. Her children, along with other members of the Niskonlith Indian Band, joined by dedicated volunteers from Salmon Arm, are continuing to work hard towards the realization of Mary Thomas's inspiring vision of a shared Salmon River Delta, restored and protected. They want the world to learn about its extraordinary environmental attributes, while they strive to have all of us reconnect to its many natural values. In direct opposition to the majority of their constituents, Salmon Arm's mayor and council appear to be rushing toward approval of this shopping center at this profoundly controversial location on the Salmon River Delta. Please join us in opposing any development that adversely affects or destroys critical wetland and floodplain habitat.